Hey, what up, you guys? The AK-47's here, and I am in my car, as you guys can see, and I managed to get my phone back on for like 5 minutes, and all that means is that in about another 5 minutes it's going to turn off as soon as I stop recording this video, and I'm not joking about that. So really quickly, I am on my way to the post office. Sorry it's taken me so long, guys, but I got all your wallets right here. And I am going to the post office to mail them out right now. It is March 3rd, Sunday, March 3rd. So sorry, so sorry that it's taken me so long to get them out, but I've been sick and really busy and all that kind of good stuff, so yeah. Anyway, on my way there, I wanted to talk about a really popular topic right now, which is the video of like the cop rear ends a motorcycle. I want to say it's VSR, it's Vegas Street Riders, but the cop rear ends a motorcycle video. I wanted to kind of break it down and give you my thoughts on it, because there's a lot of people that seem to be doing that right now, and hopefully I can get this phone video off my phone, because my phone doesn't like to work in Sony Vegas very well, so we'll see what happens. So if this is unedited, that's why. But anyway, so I'm going to use most of the exact words in the video during this. So if you guys haven't seen the video yet, go watch it, and this is my reaction to it. So first off, I'm going to start like halfway through the video when you got the guy who's riding a bike in the right lane, and you got the cop in the left lane, the guy in front of the cop in the left lane. And so the guy passes the cop, and they're going at probably about 15-20 miles per hour. The guy passes the cop gets over behind him, and basically what happens then is the motorcyclist is leaving plenty of room in front of him, so plenty of following distance, just to be safe. And this car in the left lane puts on his right turn signal. And so if you're the motorcyclist and you have that much room in front of you, and the car was probably the rear bumper of the car was probably right about where his front tire was, from what I can remember. So the motorcyclist sees that his right turn signal's on, and starts slowing down to let the guy into his lane. And so what happens is the guy never gets over. And so the motorcyclist is just kind of just chilling there waiting for the car to get over, and he doesn't get over. So basically what happens at the end is the guy starts moving over to get into the right lane, into the motorcyclist lane. But the motorcyclist is coming up to a red light, so he brakes. And keep in mind, they're going about 15 miles per hour right now. And so he brakes, and he comes to a stop. And as soon as the guy comes to a stop, boom, the cop behind him hits him. And so then the cop proceeds to get out of the car. The motorcyclist turns off his bike. The cop gets out of the car, comes up to him, and immediately starts attacking the motorcyclist like it's his fault. He comes up and he's like, "Do you always got to stop on your brakes like that when a car is changing lanes, or do you always slam on your brakes or whatever?" And he's like, "You always doing that, blah blah blah, when the car is changing lanes?" And the guy was like, "Well, yeah, you know." And so the cop's all getting pissed at him. He's like, "You're way over there on the white line on the right side of your lane. You're riding the white line." Well, if you look at the video, you know, the guy, yes, he's in the right side of his lane, and yes, he's close to the white line, but he's not on the white line. He is probably 1.5 feet away from the white line, okay? So these guys are kind of just chilling there, and the cop's yelling at him for being on the white line when he was really about a foot and a half off of it. And so the cop's like, you can't be riding the white line like that, you're blah, blah, blah. And the guy was like, well, I'm doing it for my own safety, which is understandable if you're a motorcycle rider, because you don't want the car that you're trying to let get over, you don't want him to get over in your lane and hit you. You don't want him to, like, hit you, so you give him and you the most room possible. So you move over to the right side of the lane and back off a little bit so that the car can get over. So he's like, yeah, well, I'm doing it for my own safety. You can understand that, right? And the cop's like, no, you can't be riding the white line like that, blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, and when you start doing that, you can't be doing that. You have to get up there with traffic. You have to ride right on the bumper of traffic up there, basically he's telling him to do. And then the guy was like, well, I'm doing it for my safety, blah, blah, blah. And so, as a motorcyclist, I'm like, yeah, this guy is completely right. Now, the one thing I will say is that the guy was kind of at fault for actually stopping. You can slow down when you're letting a car over, but don't stop that far back from where the car is. He was coming up on the red light, but don't stop that far back. But, so that's the one thing that the motorcyclist did wrong. But so then the cop, he's telling him, you have to stay right up there with traffic, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I can't stop that damn fast. He doesn't just say damn, he uses the Lord's name in vain right there, which I am a firm believer of not saying. So I'm just saying he's going to stop that damn fast. And we're at the post office now. But so he's like, I can't stop that damn fast whenever you brake like that. Well, first of all, if you are driving at 15 miles per hour and you see in front of you, you got their motorcycle, and you see over here is a guy trying to get in front of him with his turn signal on for quite a while, probably about 5-10 seconds, and you see that, and the guy starts braking or whatever, and you hit him, and you're going 15 miles per hour, what are you, a foot away from his tire? I mean, gosh, dude, you can't be driving that safely if you hit him going 15 miles per hour and say you don't have enough room to stop. That's crap, dude. And then he's like, the guy's like, so what are we gonna do about this? And the motorcyclist is like, well, what can we do? And the cop's like, I can write you a shitload of tickets. That's what I can do, and that's what he says. And so I'm like, if I'm in this position, I'm saying to the cop right now, go for it. I want that cop to write me a ticket. I want him to write tickets for whatever's possible. And the reason for that is, at the beginning of the video, I forgot to mention this, he gets out of the cop car and he's like attacking the guy verbally. And then he goes, are you recording this? Because he sees the camera. He's like, are you recording this? Because I am. And he points to his own police cruiser camera. Sorry, coughing. But so he's like, are you recording this? Because I am. And so whenever you're doing that, you go, yeah, write me the tickets. Because you have the video. You can take it. He can give you any kind of ticket you want, dude. He didn't say he was going to arrest you. Just get like 5 or 6 of the tickets, get them in your hand, take your video to court. Take it to court. Show the jury and be like, well, here you go. So I'm trying to let this guy over, blah, blah, blah. I gave him plenty of room, and I stopped so the guy can get over, and then the cop hits me. At 15 miles per hour, the cop is obviously following too close. Plus, the law says that if you get rear-ended, it's automatically the guy in the back's fault for following too closely. So you take that there, you immediately get all the tickets dismissed. Plus, you probably get the police force to pay to fix whatever part is broken on your motorcycle from the accident. So, yeah, take the tickets, go into the courtroom, and that's it. You know, you get them done. You get your bike repaired, most likely. If not, you at least get off with nothing. There you go. That's what I would have done. That's exactly what I would have done. But anyway, so then, back to what actually happened. The cop is like yelling at this guy or whatever. He's like, I can write you a buttload of tickets, blah, blah, blah. And then so the guy's like, well, what can we do to avoid that? And he's like, well, next time you can stay up there like you're supposed to, blah, blah, blah. So, and then they kind of talk like that for like a few seconds. Then the cop holds out his hand. He's like, "We good?" And so he holds out his hand. So he's kind of like intimidating, like, "We better be good." He's like, "We are good, and if not, then I'm going to write you a bunch load of tickets, you know." So he's like, "We good?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, we're good," or whatever. And the cop just like goes back. He's like, "All right," and he just like leaves. So that's what happens. Okay, sorry, someone came in the mailbox there, or the post office. So anyway, so he's like basically telling the guy, he's like, "If you don't say we're good right now and just drive off, I'm going to write you a bunch of tickets." That's basically what he's portraying by going, "We good?" and just like holding his hand out. So, and that's my kind of few senses with it. That's what the guy should have done. But, obviously what he did, he still got away with nothing. Like, so he still got, he didn't get any tickets, or he didn't have to pay anything or whatever. So, it ends up the same, except maybe the police station would have paid for his bike to get fixed or whatever. But anyway, that's my idea on it, guys. So that's my views on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be back on my bike in the next video. So look forward to that, guys. Wish me luck in getting better, and spring break 1 week. Whoop, whoop. Peace out, guys.